So this is some absolutely massive news to be kicking off this brand new week with, as a large portion of Square Enix has been sold to Embracer Group, which I'm not super familiar with, but I've dug a little bit into them and I've seen some of the projects they've worked on. So we're going to talk about that as well, let you guys know in case you guys are like me and you have no idea who they are. Then you'll find out that as well here in this video. So welcome back to another video here on the channel, kicking off your Monday morning. Hopefully you guys are having a great start to your week. If you do enjoy this one, be sure to leave a like, subscribe for more. You could always change your mind later if you guys don't enjoy end up enjoying the content, but I'm pretty confident that you guys will definitely stick around for more. We talk about the games, play the games here on the channel. All right, so what's going on here? There's big news happening in the wee morning hours. I don't know why all this news always hits in the wee morning hours, but for some reason it does. And that is the fact that Embracer Group has entered into an agreement to acquire studios Crystal Dynamics, Eidos-Montréal, if I'm pronouncing that right, Square Enix Montreal, and a catalog of IPs including Tomb Raider, Deus Ex, if I'm pronouncing that right, Thief, Legacy of Kain, and more than 50 back catalog games from Square Enix Holdings. Absolutely insane stuff, like some seriously insane stuff. And honestly, they didn't even get it for it was pretty cheap. The deal was pretty cheap, honestly. It's kind of weird how cheap it was. So let's go through this bit by bit and we'll discuss it. So first and foremost, I'll throw this up on screen. You guys can see the official kind of little blog post announcing it, and that is that Embracer, I keep calling it Embracer Group has entered into an agreement to acquire the development studio, again, the ones I just named, with those, you know, other titles and whatnot, 50 backlog or back catalog games from Square Enix Holdings. And in total, the acquisition includes 1,100 employees across 3 studios and 8 global locations. Now here's the crazy part. The total purchase price, $300 million USD on a cash and debt-free basis to be paid in full at closing. Wow. That is dirt cheap. Embracer has secured additional long-term debt funding commitments for this and other transactions in the pipeline. That's absolutely insane, man. Like, what on earth? $300 million. They just acquired all this for. I mean, listen, Tomb Raider is massive. In and of itself, Tomb Raider is massive. We know there's a brand new Tomb Raider coming, but now we have obviously a different company that's kind of running things, right? A different publisher, I guess, if you will. And so with Embracer Group, does that mean things are going to get better or worse? I think they're going to get better. From what it sounds like, I think Embracer really has a vision for these studios and whatnot, and they actually kind of went on with another blog or another part of the blog post, kind of going a little bit more into their plans and whatnot. So I'll throw that up on screen and now we could read through it. So basically they said, we're thrilled to welcome these studios into the Embracer Group. We recognize the fantastic IP, world-class creative talent, and track record of excellence that have been demonstrated time and again over the past decades. It has been a great pleasure meeting the leadership teams and discussing future plans for how they can realize their ambitions and become a great part of Embracer, says Lars Wingefors, if I'm pronouncing his name right, co-founder and group CEO Embracer Group. They go on to say that Embracer is the best kept secret in gaming, a massive decentralized collection of entrepreneurs whom we are thrilled to become a part of today. It is the perfect fit of our ambitions, make high quality games with great people sustainably and grow our existing franchises to their best versions ever. Embracer allows us to forge new partnerships across all media to maximize our franchises potential and live our dreams of making extraordinary entertainment, says Phil Rogers, Square Enix America and Europe CEO. So I don't know. This deal is pretty insane in and of itself. There's a lot more to the blog post that, you know, it's just kind of, I guess, more business jargon for the most part overall, but there is a lot. So basically they go on to say that Embracer's upcoming content pipeline includes more than 230 games with more than 30 AAA games, and that the acquisition will bring additional scale to Embracer's current AAA segment, and that Embracer will have one of the largest pipelines of PC console games across the industry and across all genres, which is absolutely insane. There's a lot going on with this whole deal. Again, I don't think that means, you know, obviously Tomb Raider that's in the works right now is going to be scrapped or anything. Obviously not. They embrace or sees the potential of that, and they're going to see that to fruition. They're probably going to even resurrect some older games as well. A lot of people are talking about some, you know, other kind of IPs in this deal that could make a comeback and whatnot. But you're probably wondering, well, who on earth really are they? So if you go to their site, they actually have an about section. I'll throw that up on screen right now so you guys can see and you know, who are they and whatnot, because again, personally I didn't know. So let's go ahead and check that out. So the group basically has an extensive catalog of over 850 owned or controlled franchises, right? So even if they don't own them, they may control them. They were formerly known as THQ Nordique AB, which I believe is Alberta, if I remember right. Is it? No, maybe not. Never mind. I'm thinking in terms of Canada. Anyways, so they go on to basically say that some of the franchises that they own, of the over 850 owned franchises, include Saints Row, Goat Simulator, Dead Island, Darksiders, Metro, MX vs ATV, Kingdoms of Amalur, I don't know how to pronounce that, Time Splitters, Satisfactory, Wreckfest, Insurgency, World War Z, Borderlands, amongst many others. So you, again, if you've known them previously under THQ Nordique, then you know you probably know who they are. But again, it's just, I guess they had a name change and whatnot. So again, they've worked on a lot of different titles that you're probably familiar with, that you've played yourself. A lot of different games that they have, you know, under their wing in one way or another. Like I said, whether it's controlled or actually entirely owned. And yeah, so I mean, again, I think that these IPs are going to be in great hands. It's just super interesting to me, excuse me, that they got it for such dirt cheap. I mean, like literally $300 million. That's nothing, dude. That is absolutely nothing. That blows my mind. So yeah, I don't know, that's pretty much it, man. I don't have a lot more to say about that, except that you know, I think it's gonna do good. I think it's gonna do good. The last thing I will say though is that, of course, they're still going to be they're going to be maintaining some of their IP, Square Enix, that is, sorry, and some of those include, you know, Just Cause, Outriders, Life is Strange, you know, et cetera, et cetera. So there's a chunk that they're selling off, but there's a chunk that they're still kind of you know, retaining, if you will. So it's not Square Enix selling their whole catalog or their whole company over or whatever like that. So I don't know, pretty crazy stuff. Let me know what you guys think of this news. Again, kind of caught me by surprise, especially, you know, coming out in the wee mornings. We got big acquisition after big acquisition just taking place one after another, you know, PlayStation and Bungie and Microsoft and Activision, and now this, right, Embracer and a large chunk of Square. It's nuts, man. It's a crazy thing. Like, it feels like feel like I'm watching like a sports league, and you're seeing players get traded left and right. It's insane. It's just crazy. So let me know your thoughts. If you enjoyed this one, be sure to leave a like, subscribe for more gaming content. Like I said, we talk about the games, play the games here on the channel, and I'll see you guys very soon in another one. Till then, my friends, game on. Thanks for watching.